Welcome, Crypto YouTube. Welcome to Crypto Rally. Right now it is April 17th, 2026. Looking at Pixel. So from this high right here, recent high, down to the low, we are currently sitting between the 618.786 at 0.005137, 0.004680. See, we're trying to get out of it, pump out of it. If we break this low, then we could be coming down between the 1.236 at 0.003456 and the 1618 at 0.002418. You can see we had previous support in this area before, and then same over here. Bounced out of the 1618 here, resistance right here. So this would be the next levels if we break under. If we end up going the other way, so from this top to this bottom here, we could also forget this wick, move this up right here, which will change the zones a little bit, just a little bit. But if you want to include the wick right here, this would be the 618, and you can see we are trying to get over this 236 also. So we pump up 786 at 0.007953 and 0.007127. We break through that. The 1618 is at 0.0124204, and the 1.236 is at 0.01016. So right now, well, let's go to our size before I blabber. So right now we're on the 50 line on the 1 hour, so we're heading down. So bearish / consolidation. We're already down at the 1 hour. We're already at the bottom. So hopefully we can curl up and start moving up. 4 hour, same thing, trending down. And maybe wait for them to come down and then trend back up. Same with the 50. We're under the 50 line here. And then on the daily, we're still over the 50. Even though that we don't have that many candles, the more candles we get, the longer this will be. So hopefully we stay over the 50 and start pumping up. So I use the fib levels just to give me ideas of where it may go. If we start breaking fibs and we're moving up, these are my stronger resistance sell pressure areas up here. We break this, really bullish. These will be my zones. So what will I do when it's here? What will I do when it's here? What will I do if it falls through here? Well, what do I do right now if it's in my, this is predict, talking about that second. So what will I do if Pixel comes down in these areas, or if it breaks out of here, falls out of here? What am I going to do? So that's why I use fibs. Just to give me an idea, what will I do when they hit these areas? So that's Pixel. I look at LMAO, it pumped up here. What am I going to do in this area right here? So it's in support / buying pressure. You can see it hit it. It's coming up. You can see, I think we went from this fib down to here. No, actually, yeah, here to here. You can see, let me delete this one just so you can see. So this fib to here, 1618, 1236. Delete these. 76, 618. So you can see that from this high here down to the bottom, what would I have done when it got to this area? It blasted through the area, that 76, 618 blasted through. but it hit the levels up here, the 1.618, 1.236. So what do I do when it was up here? So selling resistance, I sold some, and now oops, it'll be here anyways, but I'm gonna reverse it. What in the world? Hit the levels. Oh my goodness. Okay, back on track. So now we're in between the 618, 786. So when we're buying support pressure, took profits up here. Me personally, buying here and see if we can pump out of it. And if we pump out of it, you move this up right here. Settings, reverse. So from here to here, resistance 618, 786. So what am I going to do when it gets to selling resistance levels? It pumps through. Six one eight, 786. 618, 1.236. So what am I going to do? So this would be my next areas: 1.618, 0.0001431, 1.236 at 0.0001294. So what am I going to do if it gets up here? What am I going to do if it gets up here? And then if we wait for the next rally, see what happens to find down levels, but it could come back down here, reverse the fibs again. Down, down. And if it drops this low, what am I going to do if it comes down here? See, it's been down here before. So you just got to use the fibs to your advantage. What are you going to do in either direction? So that's what I do. That's what I do, not financial advice. So that's LMAO. Brew, you can see it did not quite. This was from top down here. This was 618.76. Did not quite get in this area. Did not quite get to it. So now it's consolidating, and now it's bouncing. It's trying to get through these fibs. So 786, 618, 0.001758, and 0.001634. What am I going to do if it gets in this area? What am I going to do if it gets up here? So let's look at that. So I'm just showing you what I do with fibs. Bitcoin, you can see from this top to this bottom, pump through 786, 618. What did I do in that area? Got through it using as support, break this line. People are screaming 78,000, blah, blah, blah. Got to get over there. But these are the targets I have for it. Not saying they can get there or will get there. You can see right here, 78,000. That's for saying this was resistance. So was this line. So this is my next targets for Bitcoin: 79,000 and 83,948. So hopefully we can pump through. Bitcoin goes up. Hopefully all the money gets rolled into altcoins and they go crazy. If we look at pullback areas for Bitcoin, so from this top to this bottom, my area for this area is 608 at 72,607 and 71,678. So these are the major areas I'm looking at for support. You can even go from right here at the bottom to like the current. You can find support zones. Let's even do it from here. Let's go from here. From here delete this one. I can redraw it. From here to here, 618, 786. See, we didn't even come down to it. We used a 382 basically as support. But I track it up here, so if this needs to cool off, this would be my smaller zone first. Come down here, hopefully bounce, and then head to the higher highs. But down there is like the major, and you can still see if you do it off of that fib, still down here supports in this area. Anyways, that's how I am using the fibs, just to give me ideas of where it may go. Looking at Pixel one more time. Let's go into daily time frame, move drawings. And you can see that the pumps, I mean, we had this huge wick right here, but you can see now the pumps aren't as high as they used to be. Even when Christopher Green, because that's who everybody is watching, you know, when he talks about it, it's not pumping as high as it used to be. So just use the fibs, or I use the fibs. So that's how I kind of gauge which way I think it may go, using the RSIs if we need to cool off more, and then use the fibs to decide what I'm going to do when they get to those levels. Anyways, not financial advice. Enjoy your Friday. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and have a wonderful day.